Hi, this is not the same cat. That's actually Quintara. But I've got some more packages. Oh, boy. Okay, I've got a lot of boxes here. This piece is by John Adams, who is the most widely played contemporary composer right now, and he wrote it in 1977 for Sarah Cahill, who is known as the modern music maven. She is just incredible at discovering and really promoting modern music. I learned this piece, this was the very first piece I learned when I started to get serious about playing the piano, which was about 12 or 13 years ago. I decided that I'm going to take lessons at the Music Conservatory in San Francisco. So it was the very first piece that my piano teacher recommended, and I really like it. And it also is kind of peculiar. It doesn't really have measure markings, even though they're in the music. It's written as gates. That's why it's called China gates. Gates are just like these little spans of patterns, and there's actually a drawing on here that kind of explains what's supposed to happen. So you always have to wonder about music where an important part is a graph and also the text describing the music, not just the notes, but also their description. We're gonna open these up, but first I was hoping to do this a bit sooner, but as you know, in YouTube videos, people are always all excited about how great they're doing and things like that, and frankly, that's not been the case for me. So I have been feeling like crap, lying on the couch. Wait a second, you can't have a downer long COVID YouTube channel because no one's gonna watch it. It's gotta have joy, be about achievement, or dancing. People have mentioned that I look fine, especially in the videos, but the videos are misleading. Jump cuts, sped up, that's not how people with long COVID actually are. It's an invisible disability, no treatment, no cure, just waiting and doing odd things like getting into synths.
This is how I talk when I'm not feeling good.
But more packages were delivered, and so we're gonna look at them real quick. One fun thing about building your own synth is that you can get used parts, and I'm really into used things because, I don't think the world needs to make a bunch more new stuff. And with synth things, it turns out that people often buy the modules and then they find another one that they want, and so they sell their older ones. But most of them come from all over the country. They're mailed in, so I get all these packages, mostly from the East Coast it seems. But then the first one I'm gonna open up is actually, it turns out the person was just down the street from me. And so I just walked over, picked up this box, and I got a part that they actually had repaired. So they do a lot of electronics, and they find some old parts that are broken, and then actually fix them. So you see lots of interesting wires here. The basic part of a synth where it creates those sine waves or square waves or triangular waves or whatever, it's the foundation for a synth. And so this is kind of one of the first key building blocks. Okay, now I'm going to open up another box, point out how cute this one is. It's from Modular. So a lot of times it's modular stores that have old parts, they sell them. So let me just open this up. Oh, look at this. Okay, so it came with some candy inside of it too. So that's a surprise. This is called BeeHive. It is for creating those basic sounds again. So not regular sine waves and triangular waves and things like that, but more esoteric one. And some more. Oh, and there is no candy. But this is a make noise module. I can open it up. And here's more wrapping. Okay, one of my cats just ran off with some of the bubble wrap, but we'll let them pop it. This is the output module, and so this is kind of the last part of the whole line. You start off with like sine waves and things like that, and it gets processed, and then you have to bring it back to the real world, the right voltages. So this is what you plug headphones into, and also you plug in your speakers into, things like that. It's a pretty advanced type of thing. And the only reason I got it is because I have a music crush on Helene vocal singer, who is, I think, one of the best synth people out there. So look up her videos on YouTube. She says that a secret to her music is this device here. It's big. It's basically, oh, it's a sequencer, or they call it a tracker. What it does is it allows things to happen at the right time. This one is known to be incredibly capable, and you can actually compose entire songs on it. I don't know if you'd call it a song, but I'd say like entire pieces on it. So this one actually probably won't be used for a while because I have to learn all the other modules first. Okay, so we got everything here, and we're abusing the piano. It's really not meant to be storage. But the cats are inspecting, making sure that everything is okay. Okay, now we're getting to our rack and first module installation. So this is a rack. It's basically a box, and it has a power supply in it. Each module has to plug into the power supply, and they get placed on the rack. We will first try the power. I'm just gonna plug the rack in here. Cable, turn it on, and no smoke came out. That's great. Now turn it off, unplug it, and I'm gonna put my first module in. Plugging it in, and also, you know, you can kind of see the craziness of this module. This is an old style one with just like resistors and things like that. And this is the voltage controlled oscillator. And I have to remove the cat. There we go. Okay, cat is almost gone. There we go, cat is gone. What this does is it puts out the basic sine waves. I'm gonna put it a little bit to the left here because it's really kind of the start of things. So I'm gonna go from this side across. So let's see what happens when I power up the very first module. No smoke. Okay, this is good. So far it seems to be working. And so what I'm gonna do is I have this little oscilloscope here. I can plug in the oscilloscope. Amazing. So when I look at this here, I can see all of the different waves. And when I actually turn a knob here, I'm going to turn the tuning. And so this is going to change the frequency. And so you can see that, oh yeah, so this is higher frequency here. We're on our way here. So we're able to generate first waves here. Okay, time for module number 2. This one is output module. This one in. And this one here. Power. Let's do the sine wave. Start with the basics. I'll plug it in here. If I change the level, oh yeah, it changes things a little bit. Yeah. So what I did is I got a speaker and I hooked up a speaker to the output here. Now what I'll do is I'll plug it into the sine wave. Aha! You can hear that. It's a sine wave. And if I change octave up, oh, there's up. And you can change the tuning, and I can make it louder. There you go. Ooh, it's got some good bass going here. And if I try another wave, you can see how they sound different. Different in kind of a bad way. But that's a saw wave. It's time to get busy. Everything seems to be lighting up. No smoke came out. That's a good sign. It's all screwed in. Let's see if we can power it up again. Okay, no smoke again. That's good. So now what I'm gonna do is see if we can get a little bit of sound out of this thing. Yeah, plug in output. And I'm gonna plug in this guy. This is a special effects module. It does things like reverb and chorus and all sorts of crazy things. Okay, so I can get different frequencies out of this. That's cool. And but now I want to try out some real special effects. Oof, and then I can change the special effects here. Ooh. And so we have a rack, and it makes noise. Yes, still married. See? She hasn't seen the credit card bill yet. Learn? Oh, each module takes a really, really long time to learn. Wait, East Coast versus West Coast? Oh, wait, you mean wait, Moog versus Buchla? What? Who cares? Oh, ambient versus beats? Oh, definitely ambient. Analog versus digital? Oh, silly distinction. There are certain sounds that digital synths cannot produce, but digital gives you so much more capability per dollar. I expect I'll be using both, though mostly digital to start. Biggest difference in learning about modular synths compared to learning about other instruments? Well, with modular, you have to first build your instrument. Can you imagine if you first had to build your piano before you could learn how to play it? What's next? Oh, mini synths, portable synths, input devices, granular synthesis, Euclidean rhythms, and exotic scales, and so much more. And that's it for this time. See you soon.